Hello, today this video will be reviewing the Star Trek Official Starships Collection Delta Flyer number 38. Isn't that cute? Now I have to admit, when I first saw this on Voyager, I did not care for the design. I did not care for it. Let's see, the Delta Flyer was built by the senior crew of the USS Voyager during their time in the Delta Quadrant, hence its name. It was faster, better armed, and much more rugged than standard Starfleet shuttlecraft. What they can do in the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Flyer was a unique shuttlecraft designed to withstand the rigors of life in the hostile Delta Quadrant. The initial idea for the Delta Flyer came from 7 of 9. I miss her. During a mission to survey a proto-nebula aboard a Class II shuttle. After hearing B'Elanna Torres and Tom Paris complaining of having Class II claustrophobia, a term used by Starfleet cadets when they were packed into shuttles for weeks at a time as part of their training, Seven suggested that they design a larger, more efficient shuttle. Working around the clock, the Delta Flyer was built in just a few days. Alloys and new design components were replicated, while spare parts from storage were also used in its construction. It featured retractable warp nacelles, unimatrix shielding, and Borg-inspired weapons. Tom Paris described it as an ultra-responsive hot rod. Starfleet hot rod. Ooh, that's a good picture. The Delta Flyer could achieve even faster sublight speeds than its predecessor thanks to its pop-out impulse thrusters. These proved especially useful when navigating the course near a Mobius inversion during the Antarian Transstellar Rally. Shield enhancements allowed the Delta Flyer to withstand huge gravimetric distortions and enter a graviton ellipse where it found Ares 4, an early Mars mission command module that had gone missing in 2032. Pretty cool. With the addition of immersion shielding, the Delta Flyer had the necessary structural integrity to dive to a depth of nearly 600 kilometers on the Malian ocean world. It's like a flying sub. Ooh. Dude, look at that picture. That's awesome. After a mission where the Voyager crew stole a Borg transwarp coil, 7 of 9 was captured by the Borg. The coil was then installed on board the Delta Flyer and used to travel to the vast Borg unicomplex to rescue 7 of 9. Wow, very nice. The first version of the Delta Flyer featured 2 torpedo launchers on either side of the vessel facing forward, while the Delta Flyer 2 was equipped with a single launcher on the ventral surface. Ventral it means underneath, or the bottom. Instead of the standard Starfleet LCARS interface, the pilot station featured an analog-style dials, toggle switches, and levers, while the Delta Flyer 2 also featured 2 manual steering columns. Tom Paris, he's always got to be messing with things. Engineers, they always got to have to change things. Okay. The great Rick Sternbach. He's the one that designed this. Wow. In searching for the right shape for the Delta Flyer, Sternbach began by making a series of doodles. This helped him crystallize his thoughts as he focused in on a design that fulfilled the brief. More doodles. Let's see. Pretty big. It's pretty big. Very nice. Got that back hatch. And then creating the computer-generated CG Delta Flyer. CG artist Rob Bonchune went to enormous lengths to ensure that the CG Delta Flyer matched Rick Sternbach's design blueprints. You notice the pop-out warp coils, I believe they were. If they could make this in the Delta Quadrant on Voyager, you'd think that Starfleet would also. And here's that stellar Raleigh space race. We're seeing in Star Trek Voyager Good Shepherd and Voyager Drive. Here's some trivia. This is interesting. Tom Morello, the lead guitarist from rock bands Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave, made a cameo appearance in the Star Trek Voyager episode Good Shepherd. He played crewman Mitchell, who was stationed on Deck 15 and directed Captain Janeway to Junction Room 16. Morello, a huge fan of Star Trek, also made a brief appearance as a Sona officer in Star Trek Insurrection. And a pocket full of shells. The next one's going to be the drone ship, Romulan drone ship. I like that. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now, like I said, I didn't care for this design when I first saw it. I may have changed my mind after seeing that book. And holding this model in my hand, I like it now. And thank you, Eaglemoss, for putting these translucent parts on here. I appreciate that. The paint job looks pretty darn good. I don't see any splotches or anything. Here's the rear hatch. Can drop down so Tom Paris can run out and become an alien. You got this seam going along there. Of course, you know, oh, there's a gap right there. See that gap? I don't see a gap in the other side between the blue and the edge. There is, I believe it or not, some Aztecing right here. Some Aztec shading. Unique window design. I always thought the window design was kind of interesting. What's that say there? If this will focus. Oh, that's the Voyager, and it's Naval Class Carrier Code, or whatever it's called. Come on, focus. Yep, I definitely like the translucent parts. I love it when they do that. I've changed my mind about this. I like it now. I like it. I didn't realize it was so big. I didn't gather the size of it. And some of these designs, it is hard to see the size unless you have something beside it to show the scale. I mean, even with the windows on here, it's hard to tell how big the human is on the inside. But it is something I like now. I like this design. It's a flyer requesting permission to land. I've already put a spot of hot glue on the mount into the base. But this thing is so forward heavy, it's already fallen out of it a couple of times. It doesn't take much for it to fall out. So I'm going to take a couple of spots of hot glue right here, and I just so happen to have my hot glue gun ready. A lot of people may not like that I do this, but hey, they're mine. And it's got to be quick about it before that hot glue solidifies. There we go. It's been my experience that hot glue does not hurt anything. I suppose it could take some paint off, but I'm not going to take this off really and do anything with it. Hot glue peels off so easy. So that's a lot better. And if I did want to take it off, the hot glue will separate, really easy. So I'm not worried about it. Now, since it's dried, I got a little ball of it right there. It's solidified. Now I can move it around. I need to get a Lazy Susan. And there you have it, the Delta Flyer. I guess it's the Delta Flyer, not the Delta Flyer 2. I don't know. But I like it now. Having this magazine and this model has changed my mind. How about that? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'll see you next video.